And we are live. Welcome everyone. This is your host Abraham L. Jaguar. I will do a sound check in a few moments. First of all, this channel is proudly sponsored by Magi-Knights Awakening. This is a Super Sentai and Magical Girl inspired tabletop role-playing game where you get to confront mythos-like horrors. You will find it in the description and in the pinned comment. A moment please while I check the sound. Sounds good. This channel is also proudly sponsored by D3 Studios, the publishers and developers of Dames of Asstoria, a tabletop role-playing game where you play as monster girls experiencing high adventure, excuse me, in a world that doesn't fully accept them. They have recently released Daughters of Lamb. This is a pay-what-you-want tabletop RPG where you get to play as cybernetic nuns with guns, looking for the missing pieces of their AI god. You will find it in their website. The links will be in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly sponsored by the Red Room Publishing. Please check out their store for exclusive tabletop RPG products. They have recently released Savage Swords. This is a Conan inspired tabletop role playing game where you get to explore ancient civilizations and confront forgotten nightmares. You will find it in the description and in the pinned comment as well. This time I am continuing the You Will Die Here Tonight campaign. What was that? What? A bug? That was weird. Is the sound in game okay for let me check. Trying to check. Sounds good, I think. Uh-huh. Alright. We're still playing as this guy that is an expert when it comes to bullets and guns. In fact, I can no longer modify. Okay. We're refueling. Oh, we have the rocket launcher. I almost feel encouraged to use the rocket launcher against the mates. This chess looks very suspicious. No matter how much Captain Charles explains chess to me, I don't get it. Why doesn't anyone ride the horse? He sounds like such an idiot. And what happens if I interact with the hamster? I hope rats never figure out how to build a lab. They'll be really out to get us. Henry Jr. looks up expectantly. Ah, yes, if you want to feed the hamster something. I guess. A comprehensive set of vials, beakers, and other tools for chemical and biological experiments. Okay. Let's try examining that butterfly brush. Brush? Brush, right? The brush. Brush? Brush! Oh no. Okay, so far so good. Uh-oh. Oh. It was up here, I think. I can hear the dead. I hear dead people. Where was it? No, it's here. Ah, crap. To the left, I think. Wasn't it? Something catches your eye. Bullets. Wasn't it around here? The suit holds a fearsome sword. A pair of immovable gauntlets hold it firmly in place. And this is the shield. What? Oh, the chest! Wasn't it? I think it's the chest. Let's see. Small notes. When the rows of white and number of spheres combine, the shield of a great knight shall be thine. Oh, oh crap. Okay. The rows of white and number of spheres. Don't they have like a picture of the chest? Hmm. Might as well look at the at a YouTube video because the alternative will be to return there. You will die here tonight. Chess. No, there aren't any. But I'll have to return to the area with the chess board. Oh no. And make notes of the chess pieces. The zombies are around. Okay, let's take a look at the. Well, where did my little pencil go? Ah, there it is. Mm, the rows of white. There we go. So the rows of white are the 4E pawn. 3F pawn. 5F tower. 8C tower. 5H pawn. One H queen king. Okay, again, the tower is in HC. Then the pawn on 4E. Another pawn on 3F. In 5F, tower, 1H, the king. And a pawn in 5H. Alright. Left. Okay. It says no. Combat. Okay, back. I want to see angels that you pay. Ah, you have it here. Oh, I didn't need to return all the way. Fuck. 1836. 1836. 1836. That's yellow. 8 is black. 3 is red. 6 is green. So it says here, when the rows of white and number of spheres combine, number of spheres, the shield of a great knight shall be thine. We need to combine these. But how do you combine the number of pillared ball? The combination is 1836. But there are 6 different pieces in white when the rows of white combine. The rows of white combine. Okay, in one there is a king. Let's try this. In 8 there is a tower. In 3 there is a pawn. In 6, there is no 6. There is no 6. Ah, a queen? The lock opens. How did you got into tabletop? Impressive dedication. Mm, Many years back in when I was my 14 years old, more or less. 13 years old, I think. 13, 14. I'm currently 42. I got curious about Dungeons and Dragons through various things, through comic books. Take the shield, yes, of course. The chains are released and the shield falls into your arms. Okay. Shield. Ah! What the fuck? What are you so mad for? You don't even need this. Your whole body is a shield. Grenade. Oh. Ah. Oh. Wow, that was scary, wasn't it? Oh, fuck. What? Wow. How am I in terms of health? Oh, I'm a bit hurt. I'm a bit wounded. I need to go back to the hub. But yes, like as I was saying, I was interested in Dungeons and Dragons because of the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon. I like the Lord of the Rings. I saw an ad in a comic book, but it was for the introductory board game called Dragon Quest, but also from the same company, TSR. And a friend of mine told me, I'll talk as I go. He told me, hey, do you want to play Dungeons and Dragons? And I was like, yeah, I'm looking forward to playing Dungeons and Dragons. Where can you play Dungeons and Dragons? And he was like, well, we gather in a certain place. But it was pretty much like a bar. Combine a bar with a hobby shop. It wasn't really a nice place. He also had video games and whatnot, but it was a bit shady. And I went in there for several days. I tried to find exactly when they gathered to play. And they said, oh, the game is happening it was a Friday, if I remember correctly. And so I go to the place on Friday, and after waiting who knows for how long, this trio of it was three neckbeards. No, two neckbeards and very skinny guys. They came into the establishment, into the joint, and they started to organize things. But it was the most informal Dungeons and Dragons game you can imagine. They didn't have like proper miniatures. They had like this Thundercat, those Thundercat plastic figurines that came inside of your typical potato chips, potato chip bags, Doritos, and whatnot. And instead of using like they improvised so horribly, they even like had like a Tecate can, the beer Tecate. They had a can of that to represent one of the monsters. It was a really awful session. Not because of that, because it was so ambiguous. The first encounter was so unbalanced. We fought a group of 8 giants inside of an inn, a human-sized inn, and 8 giants sneaked into the inn. Huh? How? It was like a horrible session, and they didn't have like the official books. They had like a bunch of photocopies, all stained with Cheetos. Even the Thundercat figurines we used, they were stained like very greasy. It was a mess. But I kept going. I was like, wow. And that's like the summarized version. I was like, wow, I don't know why, but I think there is more to this than this awful session, right? And I even tried to continue the campaign. And the neckbeard was like, yeah, we're playing again in about a week. And I came the week later, and he was like passed out drunk. in one of the tables, and I was like, "Isn't the game going to start?" And he was like, "Oh, what? Wow, we're playing today." Awful start. So I went to um, Texas, and purchased the introductory box set for Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Second Edition, and I started to run games very clumsily because it's actually a pretty bad introduction. They don't tell you how to roleplay. They teach you how to play Dungeons and Dragons as some sort of weird conversation board game type of game. No roleplay whatsoever. Not describing your actions in character, and not going out of character constantly, as expected. Because Dungeons and Dragons, it was taught following the Gary Gygax non-roleplay way. Gary Gygax didn't know shit about roleplay. It was Dave Arneson. Gary Gygax was a wargamer, board gamer. So it was only much later, about almost a year later, almost, that I saw this game master in Texas running a game. And that game master, I am 100% sure that he actually participated in a Dave Arneson session because, wow, he ran it perfectly. And he was like my mentor, even though I only saw him once. Like he became engraved into my mind, and I started to put into practice what I saw from that session. It was really good, and that's pretty much it. Like the super summarized version. Have you ever played the tabletop RPGs, Nero? The night has been vanquished. Aha. Reload. Oh, don't tell me I didn't reload. Oh no, yeah, I did. I did not. That's here. Bullets. Nothing here. I hope I can find more ammunition for the rocket launcher. Ah, yes, this is the place. Colorful story indeed. The brooch is fastened with a single pin and easily removed. Oh no, I hear you, Thunder. I am your brother, we are the Thunder. Now I use the full wooden butterfly brooch. Shockingly resistant to electricity. Ah no, I'm going to put the... No. Okay. Was your mentor a D&D cowboy? You could say that. And a D&D cowboy, exactly. What's this? Something catches your eye. Shotgun shells. And yet I am without shotgun shell. Shotgun. I don't have a shotgun. The Texan Dungeon Master. I played a couple times. I like it, but organizing people on a schedule is rough. Now that we play online, it's much easier, right? But unless there was roleplay in that session, I think you played like uh, the lackluster version. If you everyone was like, um, can my character, can I use this spell to float over the bridge? No, wait. Can I use a rope? And every time something catches your eye, more magnum bullets. That's not the way you have to. I cast levitate on myself. I gesture in arcane motions to cast levitate and float over the bridge. No, that's the magic. That's the incredible magic. Unless you have roleplay, you feel as if you're just having a conversation around the table. Once you start to roleplay, you feel like you're going on a journey. Like it's not just playing a game. You feel like you're traveling into unimaginable lands. The door pushes against an immovable amount of burnt rubble and cannot be opened further. Well, now that I have this wooden brooch, maybe I can use it instead of the metal brooch? Probably. Mm-mm. Plant. And of course, you never want to ask questions to the game master because the game master, dungeon master, etc., he doesn't exist in the fiction. Just like the players, they do not exist in the picture, in the fiction. So instead of asking, what is the color of the flag in front of me? I look at the flag in front of me to appreciate its color. And they tell you the color. And it's a sort of like a suggestion, like almost like self-hypnosis. Going into the fantasy world, it's incredible. Amazing. Oh, can't open it? Maybe with my luck picks? Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! Okay. Okay, no problem. No problemo. What's this? The deer anxiously nuzzles her doe. Uh-huh. Statue. The statue sits perilously close to the edge of the balcony. A railing prevents it from falling off. Ah, I wanted to push it. Maybe I can use something later on to cut it. Cut the railing and push it. Because there's probably something inside that statue, I'm sure. We need to shatter it. Something catches your eye. Magnum bullets. A ram. May or may not be an Ares. The door pushes against an immovable amount of burnt rubble and cannot be opened further. Mm. Oh, what is this? The Magnum. A combination of thin but sturdy rods have fastened the Magnum in place. A small plaque can be seen beneath the Magnum. Horns before ears, skin before shears, sticks before spears. Horns, skin, and sticks. This poem reminds me of learning about animals in school. I kept walking out of class, but they would just pick me up and drop me back in. The tiger is framed in fearful symmetry. Uh-huh. Ah, it's a plant, yeah. These things over here, I guess. Lioness trophy. Okay, we need to rearrange them. What did the poem read? Horn, skin, sticks. No, horns before ears. Horns before ears. Horns before ears. Skin before shears. Sticks before spears. Okay. Okay. Horns. In. These are not horns. These are horns. Horns before ears. The lioness. In before shears. This is a shear. Sticks before spears. No. Ah, let's think. Horns before ears. Horns before ears. Horns are not spears. At least not the ones shown by this thing. But the rhinoceros, is that a horn for the rhinoceros? Yes, horns, right? So you could say it's piercing, slick. They pierce like spears. So we use the moose first. Six before spears. Now the lioness. No. Uh, ooh, six before spears. Skin before shears. What? Were you ever a leftist or feminist? Never, never, ever, ever. But I can tell you that because of my mainstream education that I received, I was like very, how you say, not well versed in my true masculinity. All of that crap that the feminist woke crap, all of that had contaminated me, but not to the point that I was like a feminist. When and how did you become forever based and red pilled? I think throughout the years, I started to notice a lot of bullshit. For example, in high school, I met many evil girls. Many evil girls. So I started to think, but they have been telling me all my life that women are nice, they are good, they are treasured, they are perfect. And then I started that is all bullshit. And I started to proceed. I missed many, you could say, juicy opportunities. Maybe you could also say that I dodged some bullets because, for example, sometimes women would approach me and a woman would take my arm and place my hand on her chest like this, and she would say, "Oh, I'm so nervous. Can you feel my heartbeat?" But that's an invitation, right? Later on, you discover that that's an invitation. So throughout my teenage years and even when I was my early 20s, 21, I was like super stupid in identifying those signals. And I was like, oh no, no, it's improper, right? Or a woman would walk up to me. She would place her hand on my shoulder, lean real close, and whisper in my ear, Abraham, you frighten me. And I was like, oh no, I make her feel scared. Oh no. But all of those were invitations to get laid, right? But because, no, no, no. Don't be aggressive and forward against the women. No, no. Be very proper. Be very, very gentle. So all of those traumatic events, they shaped me to what I am today. Yeah. Now, what is a shear? Because I'm thinking that the antlers could be shears. Shear definition. Definition. Because shears are like pincers, right? The wool. The wool. Ah, yeah. Okay. Okay. Skin before shears. So this is correct because we have the skin Wait a minute. Could they mean the skin of the rhinoceros? What if we have the rhino here? And we... Ah, yeah, like the head up. But it turns out that shear is also used to woolly to name the wool that has been removed. I just saw it on the internet. So we have the wool, the horn, but it sticks before spears. Sticks. Where's the error? Where's the error? Let's remove them all. So, let's try again. Horns before ears, but then skin before shears. Okay, okay, okay. The horns. Horns before ears. Aha. Hmm. Skin before shears, and now is this sticks before spears. Did it work? Nope. Ah. What's the error? What's the error? Let's see, let's see, let's see. Horns before ears. Ah, horns before ears. Okay, 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 okay. Horns before ears. Skin. The woodland. Is that the skin? Is this it? No. Ah. Horns before ears. Skin before shears. It has to be the rhino. Yes! Okay. Hell yeah. Gun time. Gun time. The magnum is ours. I don't need a gun this big to kill something, but it never hurts. Except for them, they get hurt. Now I just need the shotgun and ammunition for the grenade launcher. A standing bear. Something catches your eye. Bullets. What did it say? The bear has been posed in a peaceful wonder. Okay. A plant. A massive hammer. Movable gun. Okay. Immovable gauntlets. What's in here? Oh crap. Escape to the back garden. The helicopter! The captain always told me to get back to the goddamn chopper if I ever got lost, and been lost this whole time. Ah, fuck. Why do you keep showing up places just to be an asshole? Hand over the helicopter key right now, and I'll only shoot you once. He's going to disappear, isn't he? He's walking! Stop moving while I'm trying to kill you! You're such a dick! Pursue the unidentified man in the garden. Lots of bullets? Magnum bullets. Take it? Yes. This was here. This was where we landed the helicopter. I guess that's why it's still here. Something sits on top of the storage box. Magazine! Permanently increases the number of bullets in the storage box by 10. Ah, we need to go back to the storage box. And I think I should explore the underground because one of the other members of the group, he fell down with the shotgun. So the shotgun should be in the lower area, the underground. A shortcut for the excellent for the library. Excellent. Ah, you can use the shield as a melee weapon. Incredible, I didn't know. Wow. Okay. Let's save the game. Okay. So, this is going to be it for today when it comes to You Will Die Here Tonight. In about 10-15 minutes, I'm going to stream Virtua Fighter 5 Revo. And thank you, Nero, for being here, and thank you to everyone else. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the Super Thanks button. Take a look at the information in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, and remember, level up in game and level up in life. Once again, thank you. Would you be keen on being Chroma Kid into a 90s CGI pizzeria? Chroma Kid? I don't know what that means. That's very interesting. Well, what is Chroma Kid? Oh, let me look it up. Chroma Kid. Chroma Kid. Meaning. What is this? Visual effects and post-production technique. Ah, like 2 images? Well, I guess I'm not very photogenic, but I guess it will be okay. Manipulate an image. As long as it makes me look good, right? Yeah. For a project we were working on. Like a green screen. Okay. Yeah, go for it. You have my permission, as long as it's not woke, right? As long as it makes me look very metal. Definitely, and show me the image when you finish it. And yeah, I'll see you all later in about 10-15 minutes. Virtual Virtues. Okay, I will check it out.